Hello Capricorn and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading from April to June 2026 for the sign of Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Capricorn. What I've done is I've taken your yearly 2026 tarot reading and pulled out the relevant months. Queen of Wands is April. We have the Six of Swords in May and we have the Five of Wands in June. I'm going to pull some additional energies by each month and I say what comes to me as always. So the first card has come out for April. We have the Page of Cups. What else do we have for Capricorn for April period? Thank you. Five of Wands. And we have the Death card. What do we have for Capricorn? Six of Swords. We have the Eight of Cups. It's come out more reversed than upright. The Moon. And we have the Ace of Wands. Five of Wands, it's coming out twice. We've got the Nine of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the High Priestess. So, Capricorn, Queen of Wands, I mean, it could be your energy. You could also be dealing with a person. Queen of Wands is somebody who is go-getting, driven, confident, charismatic, assertive. Can be a natural leader as well, certainly in the business area, but Queen of Wands can be in any life area, somebody who is just generally quite go-getting, assertive, goes for what they want, quite a confident character, male or female. Now, it's action assertion. This might well be you. It can also be someone who you might be dealing with, who might be a focus for you in the month of April period. I feel for a lot of you here, this person is giving you advice or guidance in some way. And it feels like somebody who is pointing you in the right direction here, Capricorn. It really is the energy that I'm getting here because the Page of Cups can be a loving message. And it can be somebody who might care about you. This is somebody who's saying, well, if I were you, I would do that. I would take action in this direction. And it just feels like there's important advice given to you in the month of April. And by somebody who cares, by somebody who certainly can guide you in some way is what I'm seeing here, Capricorn. Because I feel for a lot of you here with the Five of Wands, this can be a scenario here where you're dealing with conflict in your external world and there's an issue, and it might well be you're questioning whether to end something or wipe the slate clean and start again. So this is the scenario that you might be facing here. Five of Wands, it can be internal conflict as well, where you're conflicted within and you're not sure which way to go, to do with ending something. Do I end it or do I just kind of say out with the old, in with the new? Can we just wipe the slate clean and start over? So this can be the scenario here. I feel for a lot of you here with this Queen of Wands, this person may well be advising you in some way here. And I think it's to do with a situation that you're in. The Five of Wands can be to do with a group of people or it can be to do with a person. You could look at this in terms of conflict to do with romance. You could do with conflict to do with friendship or circle. You could, it could be a workplace conflict as well. So this just feels that sense of it's the focus is on an ending of some kind, or whether you can wipe the slate clean and start anew. And I feel for a lot of you here that there is a decision to make. And it might well be here that you're struggling to realize whether you can wipe the slate clean or not. And that could well be that I don't think I can just let go of what happened here completely and start over. I don't know if I can. So these are the energies at play here, Capricorn. I feel that this person is likely helping or supporting you in some way. Now, it can also be to do with this person. This person could well be asking, can we give something another chance? Can we start over? Can we start again from scratch? Now, that can be to do with relationships, that can be to do with a workplace if it's a leader that you're dealing with and there's been some issues. It can be to do with a group of people, for example. But this is somebody who is saying, can we just say, out with the old, in with the new and start over? And I feel for you, if it's not someone who is advising you, it could be somebody involved in this situation who is kind of making a peace offering to say, let's start anew. Let's let go of whatever happened before and just start afresh. I think that you're still conflicted in terms of whether you can or not. And there is still a level of uncertainty that's leading into May period, because the moon is uncertainty. We sometimes feel uncertainty. We feel that sense of high emotions, lack of clarity. We sometimes have to surrender and trust our intuition in the direction that we feel that we should move in. But this is the scenario here, Capricorn. It feels like you're pulled in different directions here. I mean, it feels like the struggle is real within you, but then you're getting clarity in the direction that you're going. And this is a second chance energy, really. It can be to do with a place, person, a group of people, not being ready to walk away from something right now, but just to see if things can heal. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're particularly feeling at ease with the situation with this either. This is that scenario. I'm not gonna walk away yet. I'm gonna give something a second chance, but we're just gonna have to see how it goes, because I don't know. I don't know whether this is gonna happen or not. I don't know what's gonna be ahead, and sometimes there's fears, doubts, and uncertainty. We feel a bit uneasy with this. So I certainly feel here that you'll feel that you're moving in the right direction in May period here, Capricorn. Again, the Six of Swords is moving away from those choppy waters and moving to the end shores and the calmer waters, but we're not there yet. Actually, it's a transitional energy. So this just feels that sense of you're setting sail, you're seeing if healing can take place, you're not ready to kind of walk away from a person, a place, a group of people, however that manifests for you. And you're surrendering and trusting, but it just feels that sense of a little bit of unease to do with this. Like I said, it's not limited to romance. It could be in any area of life this applies to. It just feels that you're not feeling quite at ease. There's a level of vulnerability and uncertainty and even distrust. There's levels to this, even distrust. Even feeling that, someone might be saying all these positive things and you're willing to give it a go, but it can sometimes be that sense of you'll believe it when you see it. All is not what it seems right now. So this is just that feeling of, okay, I'm moving in this direction and we'll give it a go, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not convinced yet. Now, interestingly enough, this can be to do with being open to give things a go and move in a particular direction. But it can also apply here, Capricorn, when there is an opportunity to move in a different direction here. It could just be choosing to stay where you are and surrendering to it, even though there's a lot of uncertainty. This can also represent here with the Ace of Wands. You also have an opportunity presented to you to move in a different direction, but you might not choose to take it. So the Ace of Wands can be an exciting new direction. That can be in terms of jobs, business. It can be following your passion, the direction that you feel that you should move in, where there's growth and potential, and being really committed to that, walking through that brand new door. Following your heart and soul. It can be spark, chemistry, passion, attraction as well. But it can just be that sense of, I feel I should move in this direction, but I'm just going to stay where I am for now. So It can also represent there is or an opportunity presented to you, but you're choosing not to take it because you're wanting to see if this is available to you right now, if this can be rectified, healed, resolved, change happening. Again, an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and move past the troubles and difficulties to better times. You want to find out. So sometimes there is opportunity to move in a different direction, but we don't take it. So however that manifests for you here, Capricorn, I think that you're moving in the direction of the way that you feel you should. And this is the energy. You're letting go of the troubles, the difficulties, and embracing healing. And seeing if things can be resolved in your current circumstances. But there's a lot of unease with this energy, a lot of tension. But a feeling that you want to try, a feeling that you're going to give it your all is what I'm seeing here. We have the energy here, Capricorn, 5 of Wands. This is that scenario where there was a reason why you feel unease. There's a reason why you felt the way that you did, and suspicions are confirmed. It happens again. It feels like a person, a group of people, a place. It happens again. But from an empowering point of view now, you are absolutely, you know that that's it. You know that this is it. This is that scenario here, Capricorn, where someone goes and does something again, or a group of people, or something starts again. 5 of Wands can be about fallout, conflict, issues of conflict, not feeling on the same page. It can be jealousy, backbiting, bitchiness. I mean, there's levels to the 5 of Wands, but it can be an issue that goes round and round and round in circles. And I feel that you were hoping that you could wipe the slate clean with somebody, with a group of people or a person or a place. It can in a workplace scenario, it's like everybody wants to be noticed. Everyone wants to get ahead. Everyone's in it for themselves as well. So this just feels that sense of whichever life area this conflict applies to here, Capricorn, it's happening again in June period. And that's it. That is it. I've been tested one too many times. Just when I think we're getting somewhere, just when I think, we're turning a corner and moving in a good direction now and the worst is behind us, someone or people or the place goes and does something again, and that's it for me. That is it. I surrender the battle. This just feels that sense of you're done with the situation. This is the kind of final thing that you needed to hear and see to make your mind up about a situation here. And I feel people are in agreement with you here. The 3 of Cups can be a community. So it can be friendship circle, family circles, can be relationship in terms of love, romance, if it's not to do with that. It's where we have soul connections, and people are with us through thick and thin with this, and we're united in terms of what we need to do now, and you're being supported as well by people who care about you. This is just that scenario. This is not on anymore. I'm not putting up with this anymore. And deep down, I know what I need to do. And other people are in agreement with you and supporting you with you on that journey. I mean, Spirit is telling you now. Now you know what you need to do. Now you have the confirmation that you needed. And it's not for the lack of trying. It's not for the lack of giving something a go. It's not for the lack of second chances and seeing if something can be different and wipe the slate clean. But it clearly isn't out with the old in with the new. It clearly is your, the energy that was coming through to me with May reading, the May cards on the table, was a chameleon. I kept on seeing a chameleon, and I understand now why, because when I'm looking at June's energies. This is somebody who plays to the crowd. They put one face on, but they're really something else underneath. And that's definitely the energy that I was getting here. There was a level of unease and uncertainty and distrust, because your intuition was really guiding you here in some way. And And it can sometimes be we try healing, we see if things can be, bridges can be built, and fences can be mended. But ultimately, there's been a level of unease and doubt and uncertainty with this. And it just feels like those suspicions, those intuitive suspicions as well, were proved right. And now you can listen to your intuition here. Now you can. And I feel that other people agree with you in terms of what you need to do. It can even be to do with coming together with people as well. Might well be a significant thing for you. But I feel that you're united. If you weren't united with another person or people before, if there was, again, if it was to do with a relationship, and as a relationship, you were deciding to give someone a second chance and you weren't sure about it, but the other person was. This is that scenario. Now you're united, that, leopard doesn't change their spots. And it just certainly feels here that you're realizing what your suspicions were, and you're proved right. This is the scenario. You're proved right. Your suspicions are proved right. But now you are guided in terms of the direction forward, and it's a powerful thing. This is what I see for you, Capricorn, for the next 3 months. What do we have for Capricorn? Thank you, Angel. I mean, it feels quite like a personal reading, this, but the cards are what they are. Like I said, I say what comes to me. What do we have for Capricorn? Thank you. Your angel message. Faith, cloak of protection. You are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that you have been facing. You are safe now. Let go of the old and stop waiting for history to repeat itself, for you are in a new time in which you can create your own story and begin living it. If you feel that you are stepping into the unknown, know that your angel is holding your hand, leading you on. Your activation message: I am safe and protected by angels. What a lovely message. Let's see what we have as an energy for you. What do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn? We have healing, number 29. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So embracing true healing, finding your true path, finding the right way forward for you, because I feel that there's a sense here of you knew that this was going to happen again. It's just that you were hoping it wouldn't. That's the kind of scenario here, but you were proved right. You're proved right here. And it could even be, even if you were talked into healing by a group of people or a person, if you were doing this for the greater good, this is the scenario. You're still proved right, and everybody's in agreement. What do we have for Capricorn? Thank you. Message from Spirit. We have a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. Bottom of the deck, we have Be Proud. It is time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Capricorn, powerful reading for you for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful next 3 months, Capricorn, and I will see you next time.